morning, ladies and gentlemen.
If you would please take your seats. I do ask that you kindly look at your cell phones if you have any and put them on vibrate or silent mode, please. I'd like to welcome all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen in Laredo College's Memorial Day observance, remembering those who served. I am Javier Cano, and I will be your master of ceremonies this morning. I'd like to invite Joe J. Regalado to do our invocation. Sergeant, United States Marine Corps.
On this Memorial Day, I am thankful for the sacrifice so many throughout our history have made, for the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice, and for the families who had to carry on without them. It is a sacrifice that is easy to forget. For those who have it, freedom is like oxygen. It's something we just have. Many will not understand just how precious either is until they are at risk of being taken away. There are encroachments being made on our freedoms right now by those who think they know better. But this is a conversation for another time. Today, I remember a sacrifice made and a debt I cannot pay. Today, I pray for the God of heaven to bless the families of those who have lost loved ones while serving a great nation. I pray for him to bless and comfort the walking wounded who are still with us and bless their families as well. It is also my prayer that we remember their sacrifice and the precious gift of freedom every day, not just once a year or when in danger of being taken away. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Regalado. And now, Webb County Sheriff's Department, Honor Guard, Sheriff Martin Cuellar, the posting of the colors.
Color guard, attention, and read. Colors. A word, arch. Great thing. Mark. Color guard, hold. Edge. Present. Arch.
Eduardo Gonzalez. Now for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And read. Colors. Prepare to post. Ready. Post. Eyes. Face. Forward. Arch.
Thank you. You may take your seats. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Rodney Rodriguez, our Executive Director of Strategic and External Initiatives. Dr. Rodney Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Gano. On behalf of Laredo College, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the historic Laredo College Fort McIntosh campus, where this has been a huge campus that has had a lot of history in military service dating back to the 1900s. Today we remember the brave men and women who have sacrificed their lives while serving in the United States military. It is with great honor that I am able to participate in today's event, because if it wouldn't have been for these individuals, we may not be enjoying the freedoms that we celebrate today. One example of that decorated hero is our World War II First Lieutenant Victor Higg, who also is represented today by some family members. We welcome you, we thank you for your service, and we celebrate you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Now for our keynote speaker. Gentlemen, I had the pleasure and the honor of serving with this fine gentleman. It's going to come up here and speak. First Sergeant Paul Torres, proud to say that we served together during Operation Enduring Freedom in the war in Afghanistan. First Sergeant retired Paul Torres, enlisted in the Texas Army National Guard in January of 1990 as a 74 Delta chemical specialist. He served for almost 24 years with 20 years of active duty. Throughout his career, First Sergeant Torres has served in various enlisted leadership positions, from squad leader to recon platoon sergeant to smoke platoon sergeant to decon platoon sergeant, biological integrated platoon sergeant, and culminating as a company first sergeant. In addition, he served as an intelligence group supervisor for a joint counter-drug task force and other assignments as a team leader and joint training missions with Czech Republic military. In 2008, First Sergeant served as the platoon first sergeant in a line platoon for Security Forces Company assigned to the forward operating base deployed with the 101st Division Air Assault, which mobilized in Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. He attended Laredo College, Park University, completed TCLO certification at Texas A&M, completed DEA Federal Law Enforcement Analysis, Intelligence Crime Analyst 2011. He continues to serve our community and our fellow veterans as part of the 406 Veterans Treatment Program since May of 2015. First Sergeant Torres, married to Adriana Gaona Torres, has 2 children, Paul Ante Torres, a high school junior at St. Augustine, and Ariana Rebecca Torres, a 7th grader at St. Augustine Middle School. Thank you. Welcome, First Sergeant Torres.
Thank you, Javier. I might not use the mic. Can you all hear me when I use the mic? Yes. All right. I like to project my voice. First of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for making the time. Thank you for the introduction. We did serve. I see another familiar faces that served with me, and I see the son of somebody who was with me in Afghanistan. And I always share those memories with my fellow brothers and sisters that we spent some time. I say we choose some of the same dirt, we have some of the same stories. I want to take the opportunity, you all heard already the reason we honor our veterans that are no longer with us. We all get reminded that the sacrifice of our freedom, the price that they paid. So we have this opportunity to live life, make something, because it was not free. The price of freedom is high. And somebody signed that dotted line willing to pay the price. Those that you were in the uniform, those people that are veterans, they know and understand. When you go to MEPS, the military procession station, and they ask you all these questions after you pass your test, after you do all of this, before you were sworn in, They make you walk like a duck. They check you like you were a horse. They check your teeth. They check the side of your skull. Make sure you're fit. Make sure you're ready. What also they're checking is this young man is about to serve his country. This young man is signing, right, a blank check. And whenever you get to raise that right hand and you swear the oath to protect and to defend your country, it's a sense of pride. It's a sense of pride that fills you, right? It's something that I will never forget. I was so happy, so proud that I was finally being part of something bigger than myself. Throughout my time in the service, when I was in Afghanistan, I remember we used to have intelligence ceremony to tell the people this is what's happening, be aware, or this is what you have to do, be careful, this is what you're looking at. We had posts and observation posts and people at different parts. I remember talking to this 22-year-old kid, and I told him, listen, Rodriguez, you got one of the important posts. You have to be careful, be alert, be awake. Do not fall asleep. Call us on the radio if you need backup or something. This is what we're expecting. This is considered one of the weak areas, so I need you to be alert. And then I went to discuss the level of the things that were going to happen, and this young man looked at me in the eyes and with certainty and told me, Sergeant, I got this. No doubt in his body, I got this. Not in my watch. I got this, Sergeant. You can trust me. Stop telling me to be ready. I got this. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. So just hearing his voice of a young kid, telling him he's ready, he gave me a sense of, you know what? Everybody should feel that way. And when I walked around every post, everybody wanted ready. Unfortunately, things went good and bad. A few months later, when we returned retained, something happened. In another incident, we lost a life of one of our fellow soldiers. It was outside a compound, going in a convoy. No matter what you do, things can happen. Life is going to happen. I tell people, and I tell my son, and I tell my daughter, life is going to be hard. It's going to mold you with the experiences. My son likes to watch a show of people making knives and forge with fire, where it's called. And I tell them, life is going to keep you, put you to heat and cold, and sometimes some banging, but it will give you the strength and the character so you can carry on. Fellow veterans, I salute you. I respect you. As I grew up, looking at my grandfather who was a veteran, and then when I went through life, learning from my platoon sergeant, who was my Regal platoon was a Purple Heart, Vietnam vet, Green Beret. He was a little bit rough around the edges, but he told me what he saw things. He showed me how to do things. He showed me the integrity and the due diligence to your soldiers. Tell them what you expect of them. Train them. Talk to them so they can do. When we work out there, it doesn't matter what color you are. The military is the greatest equalizer. We're all there equally. And it's like your little brother. Yeah, we may fight, but we're going to protect each other. We will protect each other, and we can do that commitment. Unquestionable, undoubtable. Some of our brothers pay that price. Some of our sisters and brothers no longer with us. Both families, both families, they get to hold the flag, they get to hear the 21 that salute the tax. It's got a meaning behind this. And I hope that as a community, as people that are surrounded by veterans, currently 1%, less than 1% of the youth population is serving their own forces. Less than 1%. That means 99% of us are enjoying the freedom that's provided by those service members. It is important that we honor the price that's being paid. It's important that our future be given an opportunity by passing it forward. Make sure that our youth understands and remembers that the freedom and all the things that we enjoy, prom, graduations, was never free. It was never free. There's people mourning, but let's also honor them. I invite you to take the opportunity to embrace your family, right? Embrace those moments, those happy moments. And remember, there's people missing out on things like that. But thanks to those people, you get to embrace those happy moments. Thank you for your time. Thank you for having me here. May God bless you. May God bless our veterans. May God bless America. Thank you.
my fellow veterans, I say, whoo! At this time, I'd like to invite our president, our wonderful, strong leader of this college, to say a few words. President.
Good afternoon. Today is a very memorable day because it's a day that our servicemen were called on duty, and our duty is to remember the sacrifice. And our duty is to remember this day because it is what caused not only our freedom, but what has made this country great. And I know everyone here knows someone or is a veteran or is related to a veteran that served this great country. And there's so many incidents and so many different people to recognize, but it's just not fair to be able to try to enumerate everybody here that knows someone or is a family member, just like my father also served in World War II, even though he was from Mexico, but he knew that this country was great and provided opportunities, and he came for that as well, to serve, to be over in Germany as well during the 40s. A lot of people here I know have many stories just like that, and but I'm not going to go into details. But what I do want to talk about is to point out what a unique place we're at today. This campus, what a coincidence that what we provide here is that the roots of the origins of this campus was also for the same unique service to provide opportunity and protection for this great country. This is an historical campus established over 140 years ago for the same purpose. Right here where we're standing, and this building, built in the 1860s, also was for the same purpose. What a great memorable time just when we think about it every day, that now that this campus was originally set up for freedom, for protection, for duty, now it's an institution, now it's a place of learning to provide people to continue on opportunities of learning. But of course, that would not have been possible without the servicemen, without the veterans, to be able to afford us that opportunity. So this is, again, a very unique day, very memorable for us. It's one that comes close to our hearts. With that said, also on our institution, I want to also recognize the ones that make this possible for us and for me to be able to move forward, who provide their time as volunteers. And that is my board members, beginning with the chair of our board, Judge Mercurio Martinez. Also, Dr. Henry Carranza. And our newest board member, of course, very valuable, is Lupita Cepeda. Thank you for what you do. Just like the origins of this campus, now we have taken this a step further in providing learning. And again, I know I can say the same thing, that everybody here either attended the college at one time or knows someone or is related to someone that was here at Laredo College. And if you did not, well then that means you're not from here, but you're not from this planet actually, because everybody here knows someone who went to Laredo College. So again, this is an incredible place to be, because we have many ideas that we're going to be moving forward. We have transformed ourselves to be able to continue the tradition here at the college. We have broken numerous records. We're very excited about what we have done. And that is, we will continue breaking many records and transforming ourselves from now and into the future, affecting and impacting many generations to come. Thank you very much for coming. Now let's continue with our program and let's celebrate after this. And again, let's remember that our veterans, their duty was to serve. Our duty is to remember. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Solis. You know, before we get into the tabs, the next part of our presentation, of our celebration here, ceremony, I did have some words that I wrote, and I wasn't sure whether I should say them or not, but I do feel in my heart that I should express these. And, you know, that is the heart of America. And what does that mean to you? What does that mean to us? What does that mean to me? I remember as a young boy in high school wanting to join the military. And, you know, I wasn't sure which branch. And I went and took the ASVAB test. I scored very highly on it. And I remember a Marine recruiter came by my house looking for me. And my mother ran him away. She said, no, you're not joining, right? But years later, I knew in my heart that I was born to serve, to wear that uniform. And I did. And truly one of my greatest accomplishments in my life. And I'm truly proud. You know, what is a heart woman, or what is our heart? And I say to you, I believe this. Every single one of us took that oath. No matter what the reason or the motivation behind taking that oath was, we signed it. We signed that dotted line. There was heart. The heart to say, I am here. I will go. What a better feeling than that than to hear on the opposite side your fellow brother and sister to say, I'll go with you. You are not alone. And for that, my brothers and sisters, community, we will never forget. We honor you, and we remember those that gave on. Thank you. Guadalupe Alvarez, Sergeant, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam veteran. Proceed with taps, please. All rise. And now for the return of the colors, Webb County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard.
Color guard. Then shoot. Forward. Arch. Color guard. Hold. And face. Present. Colors. Order. Colors. Retrieve. Ready. Colors. Right. Face. Forward. Arch. Color guard. Hold. Order. Color. Voila.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our ceremony this morning. Truly do appreciate everybody being here. We thank you again. On behalf of Laredo College, President Solis, thank you all. Please do not leave. We do have some refreshments upstairs. Stay around for some fellowship.